you, I am up and down. Obviously, going through a divorce is definitely not the easiest thing. You know, sometimes, you know, you're cool, you know what I mean? You move in, you mix in, you move in, and you're hanging out with friends. But then sometimes you have your moments of sadness.
Kandi, Burruss, and Todd Tucker are really calling it quits. And the streets are heating up like Kay just dropped a mystery mixtape. Everybody's scrambling, trying to figure out what really pushed this marriage off the cliff. Was that rumored open marriage swinging a little too wild? Did Todd really step out? Or did Kandi finally get tired of feeling like the family's personal cash machine? Some folks are whispering that being in different states nonstop turned their marriage into a long-distance situationship with tax perks, not love. Kandi even said herself they were only getting intimate once a week, and come on now, once a week? That sounds less like a marriage and more like a subscription service you forget you signed up for. And the whole time, Mama Joyce has been in the background, waiting for her moment, lurking like a season-long villain, ready to hit them with the classic, "I told you so." She's been side-eyeing Todd since day one. And let's be real, the tension between them been louder than any argument on camera. Now everybody knows Mama Joyce and Todd never really vibed like that, not since Kandi brought Todd into the picture. People in the comments are convinced Mama Joyce been dragging this man through Stress City, and they swear she might be the reason the relationship finally snapped. They're saying she took him through everything except peace, making the marriage feel like a three-person battle instead of a partnership.
It's a work in progress. Are we working at it?
We working at it.
That's fair.
Even though I do feel you're opportunist.
What do you think I'm getting out of it?
What you getting out of it?
This doesn't impress me. This
It
house,
might not do
this house,
I
none
mean,
of this
but the
impresses
woman
me.
itself,
Oh,
look.
I love her to death.
Well, you gonna have to prove that to me now. I got my, and I got people that, they get back.
But the real question popping off right now is this. Did Mama Joyce actually break this marriage, or was she just the loudest person in the room while everything else was falling apart? The streets are talking, the rumors are wild, and the truth might be even messier than anybody expected. This whole breakup got folks asking if it was the lifestyle clash, the distance, the money, or the cheating rumors that cracked everything open. And now, the whispers are getting louder because people are saying Kandi might end up covering some of Todd's legal fees, which is making this divorce look wilder by the day. Word is Todd didn't want to file first because he's plotting to ask for alimony. And in Georgia, when one partner makes way more, the courts don't play. The higher earner can definitely get hit with those payments. Todd is also claiming he doesn't have stable housing since he sold his New Jersey spot, and that alone could boost his request for temporary financial help during this whole split. Kandi's prenup protects everything she already had, her homes, her money, her businesses, all her assets, but anything they dropped into joint accounts or income they made during the marriage is still fair game for the court to slice up. This could turn into a major financial chess match real fast. And here's the twist that got the internet pacing. Todd is reportedly thinking about going for full custody, even though Kandi already asked for joint custody. That right there could turn this whole situation into a full-blown legal showdown with no clear winner. This is so messy already, and every new detail makes it sound like the drama is just warming up. Now, let's rewind for a second. Kandi and Todd first crossed paths back in 2011 when he was working as a producer on season 4 of the show. When the cast took that trip to South Africa, Todd couldn't help but shoot his shot, even though he knew messing with a cast member could put his job on the line. He still went for it, and that spark turned into a whole marriage later on. And here's the part Kandi shared that had people raising their eyebrows. While they were in South Africa, a healer told her she'd be hearing wedding bells soon. Even wilder, the healer said her future husband was already there with her on that trip. Looking back now, that moment hit a little different because the way this love story started is nothing like the way it's ending. Kandi and Todd kept it moving after that South Africa spark. They dated, got engaged in 2013, and tied the knot the very next year. But now Kandi is saying that after a whole lot of thinking and plenty of prayer, she finally made the call to move forward with a divorce. She admitted this season has been heavy and emotional, but she's choosing to protect her peace, stay grounded, and be the best mother she can be while keeping the co-parenting energy respectful and calm. She also said, "I'm stepping into a new chapter, pouring into my work, my family, and my own growth. And she thanked everyone who supported them through the years before asking for privacy, grace, and understanding while their family adjusts to all these changes.
With that, at least if I know it and I get it from you, and I get it from everybody else.
My main concern, Kandi said she don't know at what time that I stopped liking you. I didn't stop liking you. I stopped respecting you.
Kandi even hopped on an Amazon live stream and admitted she had been thinking about divorce for a while, meaning this wasn't some quick, impulsive decision. She really tried to hold it together before choosing herself. She said again that her top priority is co-parenting with Todd in the smoothest way possible. Even though Kandi didn't spill the exact reasons she filed, people online been running wild with theories. According to the official petition, she and Todd have actually been legally separated since July 15th, 2025, which caught a lot of folks off guard. But more details been floating around, and they're adding layers to the story that fans weren't expecting. For years, Kandi has been open about her fluidity and the fact that she and Todd brought third parties into their marriage. She even talked about it on her show, saying they still had threesomes sometimes. And she confirmed that it even happened within the last 6 months. Some fans online think inviting extra people into the relationship might have blurred lines, sparked jealousy, or just made the whole marriage way more complicated than it needed to be. With all these pieces coming out, people are starting to wonder if the open-door lifestyle mixed with distance, stress, and fame finally pushed the marriage past the point of no return. And even though Kandi is keeping it classy and private, the streets are piecing together a storyline that gets messier every time a new detail drops. There was even a rumor floating around saying Fatim Alford might have been the couple's third, all because fans kept noticing how much time Kandi and Todd were spending with her on trips, holidays, and little getaways. Nobody can say for sure if she played any part in the relationship falling apart, but plenty of people online swear the way Kandi and Todd set up their marriage could have brought stress into the mix. When you invite extra energy into a relationship, some folks think it can flip the vibe real fast.
Let's say, no matter what Todd and I are going through, we are parents together, we are co-parenting together, we have beautiful children together. So we are trying to make this transition as smooth as it can possibly be.
Another theory making waves is that both of them were booked and busy nonstop, always flying in and out of different states, and that distance slowly pulled them apart. Kandi even said in a past clip that their relationship felt long distance, and they were only being intimate once a week. That right there had folks shaking their heads, saying the connection probably faded way before the divorce papers ever showed up. But one thing the internet will not let go of is Mama Joyce. A lot of people truly believe she played a major role in this breakup. She's been calling Todd an opportunist for years, and there was even a moment where she marched herself into Phaedra Park's office to air out her feelings, talking about how out of everyone in the world, Phaedra introduced her famous daughter to one of the workers. Mama Joyce has been loud about her opinions since day one. The wild part is, when Kandi Burruss joined the show back in season 2, she was already set. She didn't need the check at all. She had a Grammy for writing TLC's hit No Scrubs. Plus, she wrote big songs for Destiny's Child, Mariah Carey, and plenty more. So when her friend and hairstylist Derek told her producers wanted a new cast member, Kandi pulled up like, "I'll do the show and have fun." She was already winning before reality TV even entered her life. And this right here is exactly why Mama Joyce never trusted Todd's intentions. In her eyes, Kandi had her own empire, her own money, and her own spotlight. So she always believed Todd married into that shine. Todd tried for years to prove himself. But for some folks, once they stamp you as an opportunist, getting rid of that label is almost impossible. Todd really did help level up their whole empire. From teaming up on the family restaurants like Old Lady Gang and Blaze Steak and Seafood, to building a production company that ended up being the launchpad for a Broadway run of Othello starring Denzel Washington. That's not small stuff at all. But even with all that, Mama Joyce kept side-eyeing him, calling him too thrifty, and hinting that he didn't like spending money on Kandi one bit. Every time she talked about it, you could tell she wasn't vibing with him from the start.
He introduced Kandi to Todd. I told her I could have choked her. All these lawyers and everything else that you know, you gonna introduce her to one of the workers? Yeah, that's why I could choke you right now.
Things got even messier right before the wedding when Mama Joyce and Kandi got into it because Todd wasn't trying to sign that prenup. And to Joyce, that was all the proof she needed to lock in her suspicions that he was only around for the money. With Kandi sitting on an estimated $30 million at the time, and Todd coming in with a much smaller net worth, that prenup became a major battleground. One clause even said he had to move out of their home within 30 days if they separated. Todd didn't like that at all. And because he was refusing to sign, Joyce just doubled down on her belief that he wasn't with Kandi for the right reasons. To make things worse, an ex-girlfriend of Todd's named Mila reportedly claimed he left her for Kandi and even called Kandi a trick, saying Todd was only trying to tap into the Atlanta circle. That rumor had folks talking because it painted Todd like someone who was chasing status, not love. Whether true or not, that story didn't help him in the court of public opinion, especially with Mama Joyce already leading the charge. And let me tell you, Joyce never hid her feelings. Over the years, she stayed consistent, loud, bold, and unfiltered about her doubts toward Todd. At one point, she was asked when she first started having concerns about him, and her answer was straight up. She said it was after he stopped working, right after he wrapped up the Kim and Kroy wedding special. In her mind, that's when the red flags started waving, and she never let those concerns go. With all these layers, money, business, rumors, family tension, and a prenup war, it's no surprise people believe the pressure inside that marriage was way deeper than what we saw on TV. Mama Joyce didn't hold back at all when she talked about Todd taking a couple months off after finishing that wedding special. She said most producers jumped straight into the next gig, so seeing him chill for almost 3 months made her suspicious. Todd told her he had saved his money and just wanted some time to breathe, but Joyce wasn't buying it, and she made it clear she didn't like that move one bit. She even said she lost respect for him as a man and as her daughter's husband because she didn't feel he was stepping up as a provider. She went even further and brought up pictures she'd seen of Todd's parents, saying his father's background looked questionable based on those photos. And to top it all off, she even hinted that her best friend Carmen might have been secretly messing with Todd. The way she was tossing out accusations had people stunned. And a lot of folks started saying Kandi should have shut all that down early instead of letting her mom drag her husband publicly.
Other artists that are hits.
Like who?
Give us some.
Destiny's Child.
Destiny's Child, Mariah Carey, Alicia Keys, TLC, NSYNC.
I mean, are you kidding? What's your favorite song that you ever wrote?
That's a tough one. I mean, I have a lot of them that I love. I mean, I guess No Scrubs is the one that keeps on giving.
Yeah,
because
sure
even
does.
with No Scrubs, it played off into Ed Sheeran's song, Shape of You, which made me a writer on that song.
Plenty of fans feel like Kandi allowed too much, especially since the disrespect from Mama Joyce was happening on camera and off. But in Kandi's mind, Todd was supposed to be the one showing respect to her mother at all times, no matter what was said or done. For example, there was a time Mama Joyce skipped a baby shower because Todd didn't speak to her at a restaurant, and Kandi checked him for that. Todd reminded her of all the things Joyce had said about him, so he didn't see why him staying quiet for one moment was such a big deal. But Kandi told him he was still wrong, and that as an older woman, Mama Joyce should always get respect from him. That's exactly why so many people think Mama Joyce played a major role in this split and that she finally got what she always wanted: Todd out of the picture. And now, with the prenup in place, everything Kandi owned before the marriage stays hers, while Todd is only entitled to half of whatever was made during the marriage years. But even with all the legal details laid out, this breakup doesn't feel like a regular divorce at all. It feels like a long, complicated story full of family tension, pressure, money issues, and old wounds that never healed. This split don't even feel like a regular breakup. It feels like the season finale everybody already saw coming, just waiting on the official announcement. Whether it was the long-distance vibe, the money tension, the rumors floating everywhere, that once-a-week bedroom situation, or Mama Joyce hitting them with that eternal side-eye, one thing is loud and clear: something broke way before the divorce papers ever hit the table. This didn't crumble overnight. It'd been slipping for a minute. And you already know more details are gonna spill soon, because this story is far from done. Every day a new piece pops up, and the streets stay talking like they got front row seats to the whole situation. So tell me what you think really pushed this marriage over the edge. Drop your thoughts in the comments below.